Hey everybody, welcome back to Chris Carver channel. Okay, these guys are getting a little bit bigger. It's been a few days since my last video. So check out these piranha. They're starting to get about quarter size. I thought I'd do my first ham feeding video with it attached to a hook so you can kind of see it without them taking it away. So yeah, let's see who all comes up to it and recognizes it. Hopefully you can see that okay. And there is 30 baby piranha. Hopefully there's still 30 in there. I haven't been able to count them, they're so fast. And then that guy right there who's a Buenos Aires tetra, who I have not been able to catch. Look at all those little guys. I'll tell you what, something about piranha, they're cute as hell when they're small. Then they get scared when they get bigger and they kind of hide from everybody. But they're neat when they're small. These guys are doing pretty good up there. This is how I'm going to feed them from now on, with pieces of steak and pork chop, chicken, etc. So I want them to get used to something like this on a hook where they have to come up and eat it versus it hitting the gravel and them taking it away. This way everybody who's watching can kind of see how they bite into their food and how they work as a team and take it down. So this is actually their first experience with anything on a hook. And they're all a little timid, but I still see some at the bottom who haven't come up yet. They're kind of waiting for everybody else to go up first, just in case if it's a trap. When these guys get up there, they tear off what they want. All those little bitty bites. When these guys get maybe $half size, that ham won't last 3 seconds. Now these guys will get flake food in the morning and flake food at night. And then every few days I give them a little treat like this. Sometimes I'll do it like 2 or 3 days in a row. Those Buenos Aires tetras, man, they like that ham. It's going to be sad to see them go. You can see some of them have little nicks out of their tails. These piranha are learning that they are not one of them. And they're going to start taking more and more bites out of them. I see a few of these little piranha got missing tail fins already. That just kind of happens when they're growing up together. Piranhas are like a unique species of fish. They will all work together as a team to bring something down, but if one even shows a hint of sickness or weakness, that entire team will take that piranha down and will eat it. And I find when you put stuff like this, like tough meat like this kind of ham. This isn't that tough, but to them it is because they're so small. It actually makes them use their jaws, their jaw muscles, and it teaches them how to destroy food. Those goldfish that are in there, there's probably still about 8 goldfish in there right now, oblivious to what's going to happen to them. Again, the goldfish are always put in a new piranha tank as a deterrent. Those of you who want to start your own piranha tank, if you want them all to survive, and I'll tell you what, with the cost of piranha today, these guys were about $23 each. Piranha used to be $5, 15 years ago. These guys were $5 each. I'd say about 10 years ago, they moved up to $10 each. And now it's just hard to find them in 2024. I'm not sure why. Piranha have always been easy to get. But even online, when I was online trying to find them, I was calling huge distributors and they didn't have them. So I'm not sure what happened with the whole piranha breeding portion of it. Like, were they just not breeding, or what was going on? People not asking for them? I'm not too sure, but I finally had one company to sell me these. And again, I want to say they were between $23 and $25 each. So in order to secure their safety and to secure the numbers that I got, because I did buy 30 of them, you always put a deterrent in the tank to make sure that if the piranhas are hungry, they're going to pick on something that looks like food before they pick on each other. In this case, those goldfish. And it might seem cruel, but I mean, that's what they eat in the wild. I'm not putting things in here that they don't eat. That's exactly what they look for in the wild. They look for other fish species that's not a piranha, and they destroy it. And when you spend this kind of money, you definitely want some kind of security or a guarantee that they're going to live. And the only way you can do that is to put deterrents in there. I'm gonna move this over just a tad. And as soon as they get a little bit bigger, I'll do another head count to see if there's still 30 in here or if somebody had died or was eaten or whatnot. But those goldfish, I'd say they probably won't last. I'd say 2 to 3 weeks, they'll be gone. I'm guessing, I could be wrong. You could have a really strong goldfish who knows how to survive in situations like this, who knows? But they're definitely not put in here for amusement, I'll tell you that. I think piranha are super cool fish. They're very colorful when they're juveniles. I've had piranha since I was 15 years old, and just grew a huge respect for them. I don't want them to be looked at as the killers as most people make them out to be. They are very good fish for a large fish tank, but you definitely want a large fish tank. I have seen videos of people who put 20 or so piranha in a 40-gallon aquarium, and that's just dumb. This is a 200-gallon aquarium. They all have plenty of room to swim, plenty of room to hide, and they get plenty of food. and I hope that they're with me for a good 5 to 10 years. And you see how long it takes them to take down that little piece of ham. You know, in another week, it'll take half that time to take that ham down. And a week after that, it'll probably take 30 seconds. These guys are no joke when their teeth really come in and they get a little size on them and their bellies start turning red. I was asked once, years and years ago, if I ever bred piranha and how easy it is to breed them. And the answer is pretty simple. It's not hard to breed piranha. If you're wanting to breed piranha, my suggestion to you is to get at least 10, so you're pretty much guaranteed a male and a female in that group. And when they get about, I mean, the female, all my females that bred in the past were about maybe 4 inches, 5 inches long. Males are bigger, and they were probably about 5 to 6 inches long. But I've had piranha breed on, like the first time I tried breeding them, I put a bunch of yarn. I read somewhere that if you put yarn and like weight it down with like some rocks or something, they'll breed on yarn. And my first group did breed on yarn. It was crazy. There was like 1,000 some eggs. It was absolutely crazy. They all hatched. It was nuts. The parents became very aggressive. They wouldn't even let me siphon the tank out. They got that aggressive. The second time they tried breeding, they bred right on the gravel. They made a little dip in the gravel, and they laid 1,000 plus eggs in the gravel. And the only way I knew that they had eggs was because I had like 7 piranha. I think I only had like 9 piranha in the tank at that time. And all the others were up against one side of the glass. And the parents were circling around this little divot in the gravel, and that's where all the eggs were. And the mother will stay right there next to it, and she'll fan the eggs, and she will attack anything that comes close to those eggs. I mean, very good parents. At least the mom is a very good mom. The dad, yeah, he's aggressive, but it won't take much for the dad to leave, but the mom will stay there for as long as she can. But if you're looking at breeding piranha, just get like 10 of them, and once they get to about 4 to 5 inches long, look for them to start pairing up. Give them a few options, like, you know, maybe some slate in a corner of a tank, some yarn in another corner, and if they don't like that, they'll just make it wherever they want to. But if you are going to breed piranha, be sure to have another aquarium close by, because once those eggs hatch, you're going to want to get them out of there. The parents will watch them for a little while, but those babies will soon become food if you're not careful. So make sure you have another aquarium sitting by that you can put the parents in. You want to leave the babies in there, especially when they're really, really little. Leave the babies in that big tank and move the parents into another tank. And that way you have a better chance of success for raising piranha. Another thing about piranha, for those of you still interested in owning some, word of advice, always check your filters, maybe on a weekly, bi-weekly basis. Piranha are quick to get sick if the filters are clogged. And it's almost immediate, like when they get sick, their eyes will cloud over, and within days they're dead. You don't want that to happen. So be sure you pull out your filters, wash out your filters. I've had the same filters for 20 some years. I just wash them out in the sink and put them right back. Just make sure you're doing that on a regular basis. Make sure you're cleaning the gravel on a regular basis. Change up the scenery for them on a regular basis, just like you would on any other fish tank. I always change the scenery on all my aquariums. When I add new water to it, to fish, they feel like they're in a whole different atmosphere. They feel like they have more space. That's when they start growing really fast. So yeah, when you clean your gravel, change everything around, look at your filters, clean those out, and you should have no problem. And I'll tell you what, guys, these guys are getting a little full, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off. But if you have any questions about piranha, setup, care, things that they eat, what I fed them in the past, anything else you need to know, just shoot me a text down below, and I'll try to answer that for you as quickly as I can. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cancel this off, and we'll see you guys next time. But be sure to share, like, and subscribe this video, especially if you'd like to see more of them, because I plan on doing a lot of videos of these guys, of these piranha, and my black piranha, who is Randy Savage. I like to post a lot of those videos, so I have a whole lot of videos coming up, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out, and let me know what you think, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Thanks for tuning in.